Okay, so I'm here with Zoe Phillips.
Hello.
Do you want to introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about
Okay,
what you do?
my name's Zoe Phillips. I run my own bookkeeping company. I'm based in Dubbo in New South Wales, and I've been doing bookkeeping all my life, but up until recently, approximately 3 years, I decided to go out on my own.
Okay, excellent. So I'm Danny Heil conducting the interview. We'll start with a simple question. What's your favourite beverage? Hot beverage?
I do like my oat milk cap 2 sugars.
Oat milk cap 2 sugars?
Yeah, regularly in the morning before I get to work.
That's a surprise. I thought it was the long black.
I do like long black.
Yeah.
I have long black when I get into the office. I've got a machine to do all that. But I like to go and get my oat milk and cap each day. So that's what
Okay, nice. So do you have any hobbies or sports you enjoy outside of work?
Yes. What do I do outside of work? I have every intention to run, but I'm more like running around with my kids.
Yeah.
So my hobbies are my children, let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I like travelling, so I'm going to be going down to Wollongong, so I like getting in the car with the kids and just going to the beach.
Yeah, nice.
That's pretty much at the moment. I can't.
Some nice coastal runs down that way if you can get out on the beach.
I'm going tomorrow actually, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. So what have you done in life to get here? Like, what got you to starting a business for yourself?
I think I've always known that I needed to do this on my own. I'm not one to work for someone. I struggle with authority, but I work with some brilliant bosses in my life, and I've worked with some not so nice people. And those nice people, the not so nice people have kind of taught me what I don't want. And what kind of person I want to be. That's why when you've always known that you should be doing this, but not had the courage to do it, I don't know. I don't know what made me take that step, but I've just gone for it. And the past year, I feel like I've blinked and I've got to where I am right now. And every day I come in here, and then when staff do turn up, it's how do I behave? That's all I keep thinking. They're not just a number. I can't do this without them, and that's the way that I would like to have been treated. As valuable. Whether they're a receptionist, cleaner, doesn't matter. They all contribute to why I'm here today. Yeah,
absolutely. It's a pretty common thing, I think, when people leave the corporate world, because for a medium or larger size organisation, it doesn't matter how much they say we're all about family. At some point, you become a number.
Yep. Well, I don't believe in family. I believe in team, because they're not my family. Yeah. I believe, yes. When I look at them, I think, how can they earn me money? Yes, that's what they are, and that's what they're supposed to be doing here. Yeah. How can they generate me money? How can I maximise them to their full potential? And that's where the effort comes from me, and that's in every business. So, yeah.
What lights you up most about your work?
The other day, clients, I love getting up for work every day. I think I suffered with mental health most of my life, but the past few years it's been really difficult. So when you can get out of bed every morning and you can't wait to get to work, and especially when it's yours, I can't wait to get into the office, even if I'm here on my own. But clients the other day said to me, I saw you the other day, Zoe, I saw your car because I've got it all signed. That makes me feel great. I've got people ringing me saying, Zoe, can you help me? Zoe, can you help me? I'm that kind of person. What makes me feel so good is helping others that are struggling, not just financially with their accounts, but emotionally, I think I play a part in all of that.
Yeah. So how would you describe your, and I think you've touched on it a little bit, but how would you describe your work culture or your team culture?
Oh, well, so that's where individually I want to make each of my employees feel appreciated, which they are, and I am. I'm truly grateful for them, and their level of commitment, their punctuality, is a reflection of how I treat them. That's what I definitely... I've got one member of staff that doesn't turn up on time, which cracks me up, and he's supposed to start at 9, but he turns up at 9:30 every day. But he gets the work done, and that's all I care about, really. It's not... I never wanted to be the kind of boss who says, you're always late. I don't want to complain, you know. You know when people take you for granted, and you know when they actually appreciate you. You know, that's I hope that helps.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a clue in there in that you said I want to create, because you know, obviously you do things already that create that environment, or you've already done things that create that environment, but it's always a work in progress, and I think it's good that you're, you know, continually trying to build that culture.
Plus by I want to grow in myself, so my staff, if I treat them good, they're going to encourage me, which they do. They're going to give me constructive criticism, and vice versa. But how can I be a better leader, I'm always thinking, if they don't tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I'm doing right, how can I improve, how can I make this better? Those are the questions that I'm always thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me about some of the challenges you face, the biggest challenges going into business.
Financially. Okay, so challenges at the moment are cash flow. So I have cash, but I'm at the point of whatever cash I have, I reinvest into myself. So I don't really have money.
Yeah.
I have enough money to cover my overheads, and then I think I've got another $1,000 there. Right, let's sort out memberships, like to get my staff joined and involved into this company, like the Institute of Certified Bookkeepers. I now want to grow, and I want to put my employees on there. I want to that's a challenge. Another challenge at the moment, so I'm going to be a certified bookkeeping practice, and I want to do that because I want my staff to be involved in that. So it's all about exposing myself and showing that website and that community that I have staff. So that's one challenge. Another challenge I've got at the moment is I have clients that are just wasting my time.
Yeah, right.
And I need to just let go.
Yeah.
And I find I'm a bit worried about doing that. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Was there ever a challenge when you may have felt like giving up?
There has been days where I just thought, all right, 2 weeks ago, I'll be honest. I just had enough. I had enough of everyone wanting me. So and that teaches you about boundaries. And that one day, I just did not want to answer the phone. And that's okay. What I did was okay, because one day is not going to be crucial. But I just needed a whole weekend away without work, without my phone. So there has been times, but I don't believe that I'm the only one that feels like that. Yeah.
So how you got through that time was basically making space for yourself?
Yes, making time for myself. Got in the car and I went away. Yeah, literally got away.
Okay, so what made you decide to keep going ultimately instead of giving up?
Understanding, because that was in that moment, and I knew it was my coping mechanism of getting in the car and going away with my son, and knowing that this is temporary, because I know what the ultimate goal for me is. Is that okay? Yeah, okay. I know why. I keep reminding myself why I'm doing this. So even though I'm feeling low in one part, I know I can bring myself out, and I know really, realistically where I'm going.
Yeah.
I know what I want at the end of the day.
Yeah, okay. So it's that long-term view that keeps you focused.
Yeah. As you and I have discussed about my future goals, I can see so much happening for me, without a doubt. You know, I'm going to make such a change to this community, and I can't wait to just grab it by the horns.
So the fact that you've had some of those little moments, like we all do, that made you feel like you want to give up, and you've overcome that.
Yep.
Is there something you learnt from, from working through it and overcoming that?
To just give myself a bit more time for me, have a bit more space for me, stop taking work home, because work, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm constantly thinking, and that just bothers me. That doesn't make me feel good. Set boundaries for clients. Don't pick up the phone at 7 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't help it. Sometimes I want to, you know.
So your advice to someone going through a similar problem, would it be exactly that? You know, don't take work home and
just don't be a hypocrite like me, and set those boundaries. You know, I have said before that family comes first in the morning, because they do. Get dressed, shower, get them sorted, breakfast, get them to school, then work starts. Even if you're just working for someone else, that's how that should start. And the same coming home as well, you know, pick kids up, get home, that's family time, dinner, bed, bath, bed, you know, and then that's you time after that. So, and then you shouldn't have to start until the next day. I find that very hard. When it's your own business.
And I think everyone's got different roles, and as committed as you are to your business, you've still got all these other things happening around it. And one of the things, you know, you mentioned family and all that sort of thing. I think one of the things a lot of people forget is themselves, to just make some time to step back and do what it is that puts them at peace.
Well, I'll give you, for instance, for 2 weeks, I've been meaning to bring and carry my exercise bike up here and put it in that room, and I'm putting it off because it doesn't matter. That's what I'm thinking. We don't matter. All I keep thinking about is this business, but I know.
Plus you've got a few stairs to carry it up as well. Who do you admire most in business?
Hold on. That's a good question.
It could be a personal connection.
My dad, definitely.
Okay.
Sorry, he is my mentor. He is so successful right now, and I'm so proud of him. And I do a lot of strategy talks with him when it comes to work, even though I've got a business coach at the moment, but I get really inspired by him. He's the one who told me, bring the bike and put it in the office. Because when I get home, I'm like, I don't want to do it. I just want to collapse. So he is my inspiration. He's created an EMI, which is a electronic money institution. So it's not a bank, but it's that. And in 4 years, he's just built it from the bottom and he's doing so well and winning awards. He's just been to Dubai. I find all that quite inspiring. So he's my mentor. He's my go-to.
Excellent. So if you were going to learn something in business, I guess apart from the mentoring process or talking through something with someone, how do you learn best?
Face to face.
Face to face.
Yeah, definitely. I do like reading when I get a chance. No, but I do like face to face contact. I learned a lot from others, definitely.
Tell me about a time in business when you felt overwhelmed. Is there another time other than the discussion we had about 2 weeks ago?
in my business now or in the past?
Oh, in the past is
in
fine.
The past. Okay, so when, the breakdown of my marriage was a stress on working, and I just couldn't cope with work, so I quit work and just tried to work on myself, and I think I've been trying to do that ever since. And that's a reflection of why I am here today, because I've worked on my mindset. So from that struggle, I've learned how to grow to where I am right now.
So what does that look like? How do you work on your mindset? Do you
I
have
change
a process,
how I'm thinking.
or?
Yeah, I do. You're going to think this is funny. So I did start reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's an absolutely amazing book. And that really did inspire me teach me about my worth. And you wouldn't go to work for nothing. So then why would you be treated that way in real life? Why would you let people treat you that way? Okay, so that really did help, that book.
Yeah.
I love Steve Harvey.
Oh, yeah.
I watch a lot of Steve Harvey. I love listening to how he speaks, so I watch him daily. I watch a lot of affirmations daily.
Yeah.
So what comes out your mouth will come back to you. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
If you think big, you will be big. Those things. So I have a book at the moment. One of the 10 books to read in this world is... I've read The One Thing. That's really good.
Yep.
That's why I'm only doing bookkeeping. That's what keeps me going, and why I'm doing this. What was the other one?
Do you know who that's by? The One Thing?
Oh yeah, I do. And that's the other thing I do. But it's
I've read it as well,
yeah,
and I can't think of who wrote it. Yeah.
And then I bought another book I haven't even started reading. I've got a pile beside my bed, so I do a lot of reading. I surround myself with positive people, people that inspire me, people that encourage me. So I was really depressed February last year, and I thought, I don't want to continue like this. I have no money, no work, just me and my kids. Me and my kids. So what are you going to do about it? You're the only one that can do this. So each day I made a difference each day. Small steps.
Yeah,
so,
excellent.
Yeah.
What do you tell yourself when you're feeling doubtful?
Okay, so I've been through a lot of therapy. So therapy's really helped. Cognitive behavioural therapy is really helpful.
Yeah.
If you've ever come across that. Say the question again, sorry.
So what do you tell yourself when you're feeling doubtful?
Right.
Do you have an affirmation or something that, some internal...
Yes, I write a lot of affirmations down. So the one from the Ziegler book the other day said, play the game for more than you can afford to lose. Only then will you learn to play the game. Only then will you learn the game. So obviously that's about taking risks. I was born to do great things. My assistant, she puts affirmations here to keep me going. Be brave. Having others believe in yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Just look at your surroundings. Look at the people in your life.
So just for the recording, these quotes aren't, hidden somewhere in the book?
No, they're right visible. They're
on
visible.
post-it notes, they're on the board.
Yeah. And from that book, when I find some other quote, I go up there and I write it down.
Yeah.
Because I need those. I do it at home. I've got a whiteboard on the wall.
Yeah.
I have to write these things down. One day, every day, near enough. I haven't been doing it at home, but I should do. But I will say, I got up one morning and I just kept writing. I can. And that's enough. You know what each I can, whatever you choose to believe when you're doubting yourself. So remember where you've come from and look at what you've achieved so far, and just keep going. There's another day tomorrow. That's it.
Talking about achievement, I think so many people keep in mind where they want to go, and it's when you're sort of focused on the future, it can be a bit overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
But when you look back at how far you've come, and at one point in time, I remember hearing a quote that one point in time, where you are now is once where you want it to be.
Yeah, that's
you know,
right.
And I think about that often because that's that's how I feel when I look back on things.
Yes.
So.
Well, I'll comment on that. I don't think petrified is the right word, but I can already see where I will be in 12 months. That scares me, but in a good way. That makes me nervous.
Why does it make you nervous?
Because I believe it. I believe where I'm going to be.
But it's a good place.
Oh, a brilliant place. Yeah. Oh my goodness, what is that? Am I going to be in this office? I'm not going to be in this office. I'm going to have more staff. I'm going to be in a massive office. No, I am.
And you've got a few staff. So, you're not starting tiny, like you've built it.
Yeah,
you're starting to build it.
Yeah.
So, tell me about a time. Oh, sorry. Before I get to that, do you have a definition of success, or something that success means to you?
Yeah, no. If I had to think about a definition of success, so I had this question with my business coach the other day. So, what does success look like to me? I always think about my family. So, all my effort, and they're smiling every morning. I can't help it, but that's success for me. I'm doing something right. I'm doing something, being real to myself, having satisfied customers. That's what I like. So I've not really put that into the right words, but I need to think about that question a lot more. What does success really mean to me? It's not financial.
Yeah, I guess it goes back to that thing of us playing multiple roles. There's probably what looks like success at home to you and in your family, and what looks like success at work. They can be different things. I think. Hopefully not conflicting things.
No.
They can complement each other.
Yep.
So, can you tell me about a time when you accomplished a significant milestone or goal, and you were really happy with yourself for doing that?
When I got my diploma, I started crying.
Yeah.
I think that was one time. That I couldn't believe it. My teacher rang me up on the 22nd of August 2017 and said, "Zoe, this is our last conversation." So I started crying because I really enjoyed the process, and then I started believing in myself. Oh my God, I've really done it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Then I can become a tax agent. And that's going to be a couple more years. I've got to wait a couple more years for that.
Yeah.
That's one that stands out very much so at the moment. Yeah.
It's always good to have those moments of validation. I think when it might be years of work on yourself to get to a point, and then it's only a moment in time, but it's those moments that kind of stand out. So
I think it was the relationship I had with the tutor in Tamworth, because I did it distance from Narrabri, and we would have a real good connection, and all I thought was, where were you 10 years ago? And I could have achieved so much more, but that's the past. I've achieved so much since then because of that.
So obviously the journey itself was emotional.
Oh yeah, every day it is.
So what did you learn in pursuit of that goal? What did you learn?
What's next? What else can I achieve? And I've gone on to achieve being a tax agent, being a part of the Institute of Certified Bookkeepers. Even the past week, we've just become a member of the Australian Bookkeepers Association. And now I want to be a certified bookkeeping practice for them. Plus, with this association, I've got my staff on board as well. So we're going to be a community there, and all of those things really mean a lot to me. So and I achieved 2 more diplomas. Yeah, in the financial planning and quality auditing. So
really, you learned, about what's within.
Yes, and you don't realise what you're capable of until you try. If you don't try, you're never going to achieve anything. Nothing's ever going to change in life, and I need my life to change constantly.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and I'm also at uni as well, so I'm working on that as well. Don't even ask me how. I don't know.
In your spare time?
I learned to juggle. Yeah. I'm in a circus.
You know, I don't have this on the questions in front of me, but I mean, how do you juggle? What's your...
I really don't know. I don't know. What's my...
You're a very organised person from what I'm gathering.
Yes. Well, I like to think so.
Yeah. So what does that look like? Is there are you a paper diary person? Do you have an online
everything
tools
originally was write everything down on a pad. Don't know what order. That's how it used to start, because it used to be all in my head and drive me absolutely mad. And I'd write 50 things down that's on my mind. Now we're adopting Asana, so we're working on Asana, and Georgie's doing so well, my assistant. She's helping me with that. And when my team work well with it, and I'm working well with it, that's really good. And I use it on my phone, so even things that I'm thinking of, I just type it in, and then it's there when we get into work, so I don't have to think about it. Yeah. So I'm very much this is the kind of woman I am. I want it, and I want it now, and I will do my utmost to get it right now. So if I can do it for you, or do it for me, but again, Georgie is me. She's me, so she gets it done, and I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. You know? So that's where I've organised myself, where I've got someone who can do it for me, where usually it was all on me, and that's hard work. Yeah. So,
of all the things you do as a bookkeeper and tax agent, is there something that surprises clients about what you do, or what you do for them?
I think so. I'm me. I'm genuine. I'm just myself. I don't come to work all suited and booted. I just don't believe in all of that. Yeah. I believe in knowing my stuff, knowing what I do for a living. Give you for instance, I had a lady come in here the other day and said that her accountant taught her how to use Xero, but didn't talk to her in the right manner, and she said they didn't have any teaching skills. I love teaching, and because I'm so passionate about Xero, I make things easier for people. I make others feel comfortable, and not that's the way I believe.
So you're more human and less robot.
And understanding, well, to me, bookkeeping is very straightforward. It's about behaviours, human behaviour, and how we spend our money and how we sell our products. And it's just understanding what they do for a living, really, and applying those things with them. So, that's right.
What would you say are maybe the top 3 benefits of what you do for clients?
Reassurance. They love to be, first off, that's one of them, reassurance. I give them tons of confidence, and the benefits, reassurance, confidence, and to be approachable. Because I get a lot of clients go, I can't seem to get hold of my tax agent, or I can't seem to get hold of my bookkeeper or my accountant. Yeah. They've never got time for me. Yeah. So I'm listening to what people want. Yeah.
So there's too many that hide behind a gatekeeper and. Yep.
However, I do have a client that is constant, and that's just too much. Yeah. So I can understand in that respect. But when it's just a quick phone call here and there, occasionally, you don't want to be inundated. You want to be there for your client. I get ones that tell me that they don't get any communication whatsoever. They just get a tick and a flick at the end of the year, and that's not good. Maybe a few times a year, just some communication, an email. How hard is it? Yeah.
It's trying to find that
the balance. Yep.
Yeah. So you're approachable is.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Your
assurance.
Your
reassurance.
Yeah.
And confidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say assurance of what?
Because they have always got doubt. They're not sure about what they're doing. And
would it be fair to say they lack visibility into how their business is going?
And I show them, what I try to do is I show them what they have done, so that they don't have much confidence in themselves, and I just bring them back up. I fill their cup up. That's what I do. I tell them what they've done right, I tell them what they've done wrong, and I show them how to rectify that. That's what I do. And I've had many clients go to me, well, why hasn't my accountant told me this? Or I said to them, why hasn't your accountant told you this? That's what I say to them. I
was going to say, ask you what makes you different or special.
There you go.
But, I think you've pointed it out. It's the human connection, really.
That's it. Yeah. Brilliant. I like that.
Did you want to add anything about what you do, or sort of anything that's happening at the moment in your world?
You know that there's going to be a lot more going to be happening. I'm waiting on the NDIS Commission to come back with a decision on becoming an NDIS provider. Because I want to be a plan manager, so that's my next adventure. I have all the skills from doing the diploma and then being a tax agent. All of these have given me more doors have opened, because now I can be a plan manager for NDIS participants, but I'm just waiting for NDIS Commission to come back and say yes, which by winter this year. And then I can help others again. And that's going to be a total separate thing. So that's just going to go absolutely mental. I've done my statistics on how NDIS participants aren't even aware that they should have a plan manager. I've looked at, there's 500,000 in Australia, and only a tiny percentage have plan managers. So, and that's just managing all of their finances and any payments that need to be paid. That's it. And I can provide them with that, or I will provide them with that service when that comes to light. And again, and another niche is I've identified that there are no independent NDIS registered plan managers within my local community, and I want to take that by storm. I'm going to rock this town.
So watch this space.
I'm going to upset a lot of people, and I can't wait. But I already know, because I've got a lot of people I know in the NDIS industry in Dubbo, I know that they've already said that they all need plan managers and they don't have them. So I've got great connections, and I'm going to work on that. I'm really going to work on it and build a massive campaign on making them all aware that they need this service, that they have this service available. That's what I want to do. So not just the bookkeeping and payroll, but the plan management is going to be something separate, definitely. So if I can bring my character to Dubbo like that, the more human approach, and I want to incorporate possibly going out doing face-to-face with clients, because you don't get that either. So you could do this job, plan management behind the computer, but I just want to add that specialness. And then I do question whether I can fully support that, but let's cross that bridge when we come to it. We haven't got a decision yet, but I'm waiting for it. So.
Nice. All right, Zoe Phillips, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.